Hey y'all, it's Michelle with Southern Inspirations, and I'm here today with April Burton, my friend and interior designer extraordinaire, and we are here on for part 2 of the I Did a Thing series, and I'm just elated to be in April's beautiful home and talk about not one but 2 things that she did. So thank you, April, for allowing me to come into your home and do this video.
I appreciate you asking me.
So we're going to have a little bit of fun, right?
Okay, yes.
All right. So, and I did not mention either, she's in the Wellington, Villages of Wellington. I have to ask her every time, what's the correct way? In the beautiful Little Rock, Arkansas area, and it's a gorgeous day. And so, again, just very excited to be here. So, April, today we're going to chat about your design business called A New Look Interiors, right?
Yes.
And then your decision to join Origami Owl, and now you're in that role as a senior leader.
Senior team leader.
Senior team leader. Yeah. So we're going to talk about those 2 things that April did. That's just, she took a leap of faith on both circumstances, right?
Yes.
And decided to do that. So, April, you stepped into the design world in about 2011. Is that right?
Yes. I started, Jeff and I built our house in 2004 in Maumelle, which made me really enjoy the process, for the one thing. And then my family friend, her husband is actually who built the house. And so she was a designer. And so she, for our housewarming gift, she designed and decorated my house. And so that kind of gave me the bug. And so I went and took a class with Tom Chandler, who's a local designer here in Arkansas, has been for years. And that even gave me more of the bug. And so I went and enrolled in Sheffield School of Design out of New York, which is a correspondence course for 18 months, and got my degree.
And she did all of that, y'all, while raising 2 children. And how old were they at that time?
When I started Sheffield, it was, I guess, 5 and 11.
Yeah. So 2 small children, and she decides to go to this school, first here in Little Rock, and then do the online course, as she mentioned.
Yes.
Because she just had a love for interior design and really wanted to get that education and that knowledge and that experience under her belt so that she could then start her business. So I'm kind of impressed. I know it wasn't always easy, right?
No, it was not.
Right. And I know you had, when we visited before too, I know you had a couple challenges. Your father became ill and passed away.
Yes, in 2009, and so, but Sheffield was graciously let me extend my time for 6 months. You're only supposed to have 18 months, but
right.
They extended it for 6 months because of my circumstances, and it was good.
Well, and I mean, that's what happens. That's real life. We talk about taking those steps of faith and doing those things, but inevitably life gets in the way, right. And sometimes not in the best way, and so we have to back up and punt and take those punches and kind of go with it. So right. I'm so glad that you decided to continue moving forward.
Me too.
So I know that your clients are so happy. She has such a unique design, and I don't know if surely y'all can tell we're in the room, the teaser room. I posted a picture of this beautiful dining room a few days ago, kind of teeing up this time together today, and this blue buffet sideboard, several different names. Us Southern girls call that sometimes, yeah. But it's just so pretty. A couple of you mentioned on that, the coordinating lamps and the peacock, and this ceiling. I'll post maybe another picture of the ceiling, and April will tell you real quick, she doesn't take credit for the ceiling. It was here when right. They bought the house. However, she has just taken it and run with it. So April, I may have to adjust the phone just a little bit so that they can see the ceiling again. So y'all, we're gonna try this, okay? Let's see if this works. I love it. Hopefully I won't drop the phone. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So kind of give y'all the view, how it just kind of all flows together. So tell us a little bit about that, April. I know that, because y'all, when you walk in her front door, her dining room is immediately to the right, mm-hmm. And you see this beautiful display of these colors. So what kind of inspired you to pull this together like you did?
Well, a designer actually lived in this house prior to us, and this was kind of her her showroom. She
Yeah.
did things in the house just to show her talent, and this is one of the things that she did. And this is actually Filipino wallpaper that was
Really?
hand painted in the Philippines. Yeah, and so you either
Wow.
always tell people you either love this room or you hate this room. Some people think it looks like an Easter egg. I don't, but that's what
As she has her Easter tulips
There
here.
you go,
But
yeah.
those, aren't those gorgeous? And look how she put them in this little glass ball. It was so, I just love it. Just incredibly creative. And I could go on and on forever talking about this room and talking about her design. And I posted some other pictures of her home on Facebook. I hope you saw those. And maybe she'll let me take a few more to share because she has lots of good ideas. But as much as I could go on talking about that forever, I want to transition into Origami Owl.
Okay.
And again, how you decided to get into that business. That is just a really neat story and extremely inspiring. So tell us kind of how that started.
Origami Owl is a customized jewelry company started by a 14-year-old in Arizona.
14 years
Yes,
old.
she's very smart. She wanted a Jeep for her birthday, so basically she went to her parents and said, "That's what I want." And Mom said, "We work for what we get," and that's how that started. That she started a business. So
Right.
I'm a paralegal part-time at a law firm here in Little Rock, and one of the attorneys came in one morning wearing a necklace, and I'd never seen anything like that before. And I asked her what it was, and she sat down and told me every single meaning behind every charm that was in her necklace.
Oh,
And
that's so cool.
I thought it was just really, really interesting. And so I couldn't stop thinking about it. And so I did a little bit of research, and then I called her back, and she put me in touch with the friend that gifted that to her, and I signed up the very next day.
The very next day. Talk about making a decision and going for it. So one thing we know about April is that when she sees something that she likes and she wants to pursue, she goes for it. And I love that about her. So and the young lady who started at the time 14, her name's Bella.
Yeah, Bella
correct?
James
Yeah.
Lambert. No, she's
So
married.
that is just a cool, and I'll share some information about contact and
Sure.
the website, April's website specifically, if you want to shop some of the designs and perhaps post some more pictures. The really cool thing about it is that each piece really does tell a story.
It really does,
Right.
and everyone's story is different,
Right.
And so no pieces are going to be the same, and so it's just a really neat concept and idea.
Yeah. So I'll share some more about that, and I will be sure and connect you with April if you want to see some more of those pieces. So April, we have, of course, lots of viewers watching today who could potentially be thinking about doing their own thing.
Right.
Whether that's interior design and jewelry, or starting the physical therapy clinic like Mary Kay did, or really just stepping out, and maybe it's a new hobby, maybe it's not necessarily a new business, but oftentimes, especially as women, we kind of let fear get in the way, or we don't have that confidence sometimes that we think we need to step out and do it. So if there's someone watching today who could potentially maybe be on the fence or trying to decide if they're going to embrace a new opportunity or take a chance, what would you say to them?
Basically, I mean, when you said something about fear, what pops in my head is fear is a liar.
Yes. Amen.
If you don't jump out
Right.
in faith and take a leap,
Right.
then you don't know if it will work.
Right.
And so you could be holding yourself back. So that's what I did. I just thought, well, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I'll do something else. So
Wow, that's some good advice and some good words. Anything else before we wrap up that you'd like to share just about your interior love and business or the jewelry?
I don't have a website for my interior design. It's kind of part-time, and it's all word of mouth. So it's kind of like I did my first job and the friend of the friend contacted me. So that's kind of how that is. But yeah, my website, I guess I can tell you.
Absolutely.
Origami Owl is aprilburton.origamial.com. And you can contact me. I can help you create a perfect gift.
Exactly. And I'll make sure again that website is on with this, that you all know how to get in touch with her and that. So that about wraps up part 2 of the Southern Inspirations I Did a Thing series. Thank you again for watching. Thank you so much for all of you who have liked the page and Facebook page and followed my blog and followed us on Instagram and Twitter. This video will be on YouTube as well as the blog and the Facebook page. So share it. Be encouraged, be inspired, and live life, y'all.